Hi everyone, Nils here and welcome back to another video. So today we're gonna be doing some star hatching here on Alchemy Star. Since we have this +2 luck event that Diary put out for the weekend since Thanksgiving, we're gonna be taking advantage of this +2 luck boost in order to do some super hatching, as I like to call it, where we basically are gonna be using super luck boosts, thing right here, and we're also going to be using super XP boost, and I will show you guys in a little bit how to do it, as well as max opens basically off cooldown every 90 seconds in order to try to get as many things as possible. Now, if you're towards like the intermediate / advanced side of a player, this is basically the best way to play in the end game. You kind of want to combine everything together. So ideally what you want to be doing is, during the entire week, you want to be grinding without really hatching, unless you are that much advanced where you have enough yen to just hatch even overnight, even if you are during the week. But for most players, you should grind during the week and then you should dump everything in the weekend, like use the weekend event, especially when it's luck. Because if you guys remember, I made a video not too long ago where basically I showed you how leveling works and how luck impacts leveling. So using this +2 luck event, and then we have +3 from the super luck. Now, if you can't really afford it, if you don't have that much time to farm and you don't have many time trial shards, you can't just get these normal luck boosts. This is +2. However, for maximum results, you're gonna get this one, super luck, and you're gonna end up having 15.5 luck total, which is the maximum you can get right now. And yeah, we're gonna be doing that with max opens, and we're also gonna be doing some super XP boost in the meantime. Now, we're not gonna keep it running all the time, and what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna go here and we're gonna lock our mythical units. So the idea is we're gonna be doing this for 4 hours, right? So out of these 4 hours, we're gonna be locking our mythical units until they stack up to a pretty decent amount and fill up our bag space. So our current bag space is 36. We don't really have that many units. And once our bags get a little bit full from those mythical units, we're gonna pop the super XP pot and we're gonna fuse everything. Now, today we're gonna be fitting everything into our Emilio because he has tactical 3, which is the best passive here out of what I have, and he's gonna end up scaling better than any other fighter, even than this tank. Like, these two have basically 2 updates gap between them, but this one is gonna scale much better simply due to the tactical. So we're gonna put every single bit of XP into him. And yeah, now let's go ahead and grab our super luck boosts, which is gonna be pretty painful for our pockets. I think we're gonna cost roughly, we're gonna end up paying 2.6k shards, I think, something like that. So we currently have 1, right? So for 4 hours we will need 8, so we need to buy 7 more of these. And we're also gonna buy 1 super XP boost. Now, one thing I don't know and we have to find out is how fast our bags are gonna stop stacking up, right? Like, obviously, up until a certain point, I don't know, maybe let's say 200 to 300, I would say it's worth to keep everything up. But after like 200 to 300, I would say you probably wanna be ditching them, because the more stuff you have in your inventory, this means that the less value your max opens have, right? Because you open less. So you kind of want to find a balance. Now, I haven't done this before, or I haven't done it in a long time, so I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I did it in Alchemy Star, but I think there was no luck event back there, I'm not sure. Anyway, here we have it, 8 super luck boosts, which is 4 hours, and let's have this super XP boost right here. Now, in an ideal scenario, if we can hold this until 3.5 hours, that would be the perfect scenario, because at 3.5 hours we can just pop it, feed everything, and then for the last 30 minutes everything is gonna get funneled through this XP pot. But I guess we'll see how it goes. So we're gonna go ahead and pop our super luck boosts and begin feeding. Now, my tiny task macro for this super feed is basically feeding on the first slot, so we're gonna have to unequip these 2 right here, and we're gonna equip 2 random units, because if you have 6 units equipped, whenever you hatch, nothing is gonna happen. They're all gonna go into your inventory. However, if we had only this guy equipped, the moment we hatch, our equipment slots are gonna be filled with random units, and we don't really want that because we're missing out on space. I have 35 inventory slots right now occupied, and I guess we'll see how much it's gonna start filling up. So, Mythicals locked, and I believe we are ready to go. Now, for the most part, I didn't get really anything good on this max open. It was pretty fine. I got a secret and a shiny mythical. Unfortunately, I would have preferred if we had a shiny secret and a mythical, but yeah, it doesn't happen like that always. And I just noticed that my bags were starting to fill up much faster the more this was going on. So I decided to use the first super XP boost around 2.5 hours until 2:30, so like 1.5 hour later. And I think that's kind of the play, because you don't really want to let your bags fill up, because the more space that's occupied in your inventory, the less your max opens have value in, right? Because you always want to open as much as you can. If you have like 300 occupied inventory space, you're kind of losing out like 200, 250. And the way I saw it, when I did that, it was basically about an hour, I would get 100 mythicals and shiny mythicals in an hour with 15.5 luck. That's kind of how the average was throughout this 4-hour process. Right, so for these last 30 minutes of the super luck boost, I decided not to pair them with an XP boost. I actually just kept on mass feeding every mythical unit. I didn't lock them this time around because I came to the conclusion that the super XP rather does not really justify its price. 500 shards is a lot of shards to pay, and the multiplier is 50%, so from 2.5 your XP goes up to 3.75. However, if you pair that with a 2x XP weekend event, I think that's alright to do, but without it I don't think it's worth. I think you would get much more value if you bought an extra luck boost and you just kept opening for the 30 minutes, because I showed you guys how luck effects feed, and on top of that, the more you open with luck, the more chances you have of finding a divine or shiny secret, which unfortunately we didn't get either out of. So let's have a look at our inventory, what we got on the second part of the 2 hours. Alright, so it looks like we have 7 more shiny mythicals here on this second 2-hour stretch, and we have 2 of these secret units, the answer, and we have a Genius 3, which is actually a great passive to get on, because you can level up this unit very easily after crafting it. The only downside with getting Genius is that you actually have to craft the unit in order to level it up, and then you have to reroll. So you cannot really reroll with the cheap price of 5 shards and then have to craft. You just have to instantly craft, and then you just have to reroll for 7. But that's fine. Genius is still a great passive. Like 50% leveling is a lot. Now, in terms of leveling, we started with our Meliodas at level 183. So we got 4 full levels, and we are basically halfway up level 188. Now, this is going to take a while to fill, obviously. It's not easy, especially without a 2 XP event that we had the previous week and the week before that as well, so that definitely slows down the process. But overall, if you consider that this was just a 4-hour stretch, it is a lot of XP. Now, ideally I would like to get this guy to level 190 or something and try to incubate him instead of the Clarent, but I think at this point that's not possible anymore due to the fact that the Clarent is level 195 at this point, so she's way too far ahead. And if you see it long term, it's way worth to keep this guy, but the difference is not that big. Even if he has a tactical, which is better, the difference is not that big. So it is better if we just keep this guy in. Hopefully with the next update, we can put everything into him and level him up to like 195 or something, maybe even more. I don't know, depends how easy it's going to be to level up. Considering this update, you could level to 190 with the XP event. Like, I got my Mewtwo to level 192, if you guys remember. So it's definitely possible to bump him up even to level 200 if there is 2 times XP event and then switch him up. So that's probably what's going to happen. Because we'll see, we don't really know. First of all, we don't have a confirmation that we will actually have an update this weekend. Well, next weekend rather, because it's Saturday today. So we just have to wait and see on that first. But I think I will continue on with some more luck boosts tonight and some AFK feeding. And I will just level this guy to level 190 at least. And then we'll see what we're gonna do with that. But anyway, guys, this was pretty much it for this video. Now, I hope you enjoyed it. Personally, it wasn't as hyped as I expected it to be. I was really hoping to get like at least a Divine or Shiny Secret unit. Now 4 hours may not be enough, so there is also that, but so many people have gotten Shiny Secrets that I know at this point, and I'm just waiting for my turn. Now, this was honestly just an experiment because when the update comes, the next update, I want to repeat the same thing for 8 hours with super luck boost, and I will also use this shiny boost at the time. So this was just an experiment just to see how much stuff are we gonna burn, and if I use super XP pots, how I would do it. And overall it was a pretty okay experiment. Now we also saw how much levels you can get actually out of doing this. But yeah, in terms of units, we got 14 Shiny Mythicals and 3 Secrets. Although this unit is really good, but I don't think I'm gonna bother with this, if I'm being honest with you guys, because even if I craft him, I would then have to level him up, and level him up might be a bit of a trouble. But looking back at it, having my 2 units inside of the incubator pretty much leaves me with these 2 as backups. And if you consider that this guy is level 176 and he has 140 billion damage, having Genius 3, it would make me really easily level him up to that point and even further. I could easily level him up to 185 with Genius 3, so perhaps we're gonna craft him when we have the shards. We don't have the shards right now anyway, so that's not even in the conversation. I have only 9 shards, which should be easily to resolve right with 1 overnight of farming. Although I'm farming the boss now because I've started stockpiling again for the next update at this point. But we'll see how we're gonna do it. As always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you click that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. And make sure to click the notification bell as well to not miss any of the future uploads. And until the next one, take care.